Nah, no glasses. Yeah, man. I went to Harlem this morning. You know,
You got a haircut?
yeah, man. I had to go get.
I need a haircut so goddamn bad. Jeremy, you can talk his shit somewhere. I've been buying all this equipment and shit and trying to get this shit together for Coach for to do the top 7 at 7.
Mm-hmm. What you had to do? Well, I'll find out later.
Now I bought the third camera.
Okay.
And just all the shit. Like it's so funny, man. Like as you pursue endeavors, you know what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
and you kind of know the correct way to do stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I'm thankful for y'all though, man. I'm thankful for everybody that allowed me to grow and figure it out. You know what I mean? Like I know it'd be sounding crazy.
Yeah, what you be?
Yeah.
Yeah, what you be?
It mean a lot.
Appreciate you too, man. Word.
So it's like so you seen all the apologies. You seen all of the kind of re-edits of what they were saying. Like everybody came back, like 21 came back and was saying like, we need to say the streets. I spoke wrong.
Yeah.
Like I spoke wrong. Like we need to say the streets.
Yeah.
And shout out to Revenge. Revenge just dropped his new video. Y'all make sure y'all head over to the Revenge page. Put that link. That's
fire video.
I really love that video, and I love
that video.
Song.
Yeah, me too.
So it's on my Twitter. I retweeted it. So, you know, within a few tweets, you know what I'm saying? Like, go look for it. It's really dope. But Revenge was disappointed. Like, he felt like, man, I understood. And I'm like, there's nothing to understand. There's no way to say fuck the streets without saying fuck the people. This morning I hit D1. This morning I hit D1 and was telling him the same thing. Like you can't say fuck black people and then you be like, well, I only mean the black people that be blah, 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 blah. Like, you got to say what you mean. You got to say what you mean. You can't say fuck black people, you feel me? And I mean this specific sector of black people. You got to speak to the people you talking about. So listen, a lot of people want me to believe my experience in the street is some unique one. Right? When I wanted to sell dope, right? My mom went to prison and I moved with my father, right? And my stepmom and all my siblings. And, you know, okay, story time, because that's story time. My mom went to federal prison when I was 12. Right? The federal prison, the federal government took her house. Right? She was committing some crimes. She was turning, I think it was $60 postal money orders into $6,000 postal money orders. And she was making some money. My mom was a registered nurse, but you know, she wanted to buy her own house. And she ended up paying for her house. You know, she was hustling, got extra money, made it happen. And you know, it's wrong. It's against the law. It's a crime. Right? Cool. So they take her house. They take my mom to federal prison. I go live with, you know, my dad. And my dad and Watts is 9 siblings. Right? So now lunch money looks different. So now I'm starting to put pressure on my older homies about hustling, right? And they don't want to let me hustle. They like, bro, you get straight A's, bro. Like, what are you talking about? You know, selling crack. Like, are you crazy? Like, you get straight A's. Like, they denied me. Shout out to them. Because I was like, no. I harassed them. I really had to harass them, Trap. Like, man, I'm trying to get up in here. Man, what's up, man? What I got to do? And I caught them at a vulnerable moment where they needed to go handle some business, and they gave me the opportunity. They said, okay, fuck it. You know, if you don't fuck it up. And I remember doing my homework and listening, and obviously it went off without a hitch. And the next day I went to school with $120.
How old was you at that time?
Now I'm 15.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So now I'm 15. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. That's how I got in the game. I had to fight and argue. Right? And those same homies, shout out to them. When I went to prom, I went in a purple Grand National on 17-inch Dayton's. My older homie from the streets let me use his Grand National and paid for my prom.
You ain't get no cutty in it.
No, the girl was on her period.
Oh God. You bought a joint with a period to the prom, B?
Man, it's the truth. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Switch. I've been a switch.
I didn't even know. I thought it was gonna be my day. It was not my day.
I've been a switch.
Listen, that was not my day. It did not happen that day. I'll tell you another story how I lost my virginity. That's a whole nother funny story. But so I take this girl to prom, right? And my big homie's purple Grand National. And
that's fine.
When I graduated high school, my mom had just got out of the joint and she couldn't get out of there. They wouldn't give her the permit to actually let her come to my graduation. You know who came to my graduation? My older homies, the ones that I had to force to let me hustle, and my big homegirl, Dewana. They are the people from my gang, from my neighborhood. They came to my graduation.
Fire. That's dope. That's dope.
That's the streets. Listen, I know I hear all the stories. Selling dope is supposed to be the streets. Sure, I heard that story. Even though everybody sells dope, but let's just make it that. Crenshaw Boulevard is also the streets. We go out there and we take our cars that we build for years and years to get them to a perfect place. And then we take them out there and we showcase them with each other and we all walking around showing each other love and talking about how much we like each other cars. That is the streets. You know what else is the streets? The street races, where it bring everybody together from different neighborhoods and they got to figure out a way to exist without fighting and shit. That also is the streets. The streets is going to a hood day when you see people celebrating each other and they neighborhoods and they older homies. That's the streets. Y'all got these people lying to you. And I get it. I was telling D1 the same thing. I get it. He's right. What's been advertised to y'all, 10%, y'all been getting 10% of the streets. That's what y'all been getting, 10% of the streets. That's all y'all been getting is 10% of the streets. I saw the movie Colors.
That's why I was asking you the other day, man. You got to tell a different story of the streets, though, B, because there's many different things that go on. You know what I mean? It ain't just I mean, it just ain't seen within one way like that.
I just told you a traumatic story that very much had positive things that happened in it. But the true conversation is an accountability. You don't hear me blaming the system because my mom went to federal prison for hustling. You don't hear me blaming the streets because my mom wanted to pay off her house and do her thing. You don't hear me blaming the streets for that. I'm not even blaming my mama. Hey, you take your risk in this life. It could work out or it won't work out. That's just how it works. You don't hear me blaming the streets. Oh, my mama, they took my mama. The street took my mama. My mom died in federal prison. She got sentenced to 240 months. My mother died in federal prison. Kiki Loke is in this chat. My mother died in federal prison. He knew her. She died in federal prison. 240 month sentence. Died. She was taking drugs out of town. All the stuff she did caught up to her at the end. They took her nursing license. She was back hustling. Every time I would talk to her, he would say, man, you know what? If you gonna do the crime, do the time. She never blamed the streets. And I don't blame the streets for her deciding that she was gonna have it her way. That's called accountability. That woman, my mother had a vagina and she was accountable. She never blamed the streets. She chose how she was going to live. And when she died, it happened the way she understood it. She never cried. She never punked out. She never woke up one day and blamed anybody else. I used to sell PCP every day of my life. I used to sell Sherm. I was a 7th Street Watch Crip Sherm dealing ass nigga every day of my life. The day I said I don't feel like going to jail anymore, I knew I was not going to sell Sherm. I do not blame the streets for selling drugs. The streets create an opportunity for disenfranchised folks. That's what the streets do. They create an opportunity for disenfranchised folk. That's it. When the Irish people had the streets, when the Irish people wasn't a part of America's plan, the streets provided an opportunity for Irish people to do better, right, than things that were happening. Right? When the Italian folks wasn't a part of America's plan, the streets created an opportunity for them to get ahead and to get by. When the Jewish people wasn't a part of America's plan, the streets provided an opportunity and a way to get by.
That's a fact.
So again, the true thing is none of them brothers should be saying fuck the streets. They should be saying fuck drugs. Because that's most of their problem. That's most of their problems, dog. Most of them dudes on drugs. Like I'm telling D1, I'm like, bro, the shit YB and Dirk got going on ain't had nothing to do with the streets. That don't got nothing to do with the streets.
What you feel like it had to do with them?
Over a girl. It was 2 multi-millionaire people arguing over a girl.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I didn't even know that's what it was. I didn't even know that's what it was.
With Gunna, the stuff with Thug and Lucci ain't over the streets.
But that's over. You don't know that one right there. That's crazy though. I ain't know that was over a girl though.
None of this stuff is over the streets. None of this stuff is over the streets. It's disgusting that you use this moment and try to blame the streets as a cop-out because you're catering to people's ignorant perspective of a life they don't understand. To me, if you want to show me validity that you believe in what you're saying, why not empower D1? That's his movement.
Yeah.
I can listen to D1. I can listen trap to D1 say things that are ignorant.
So let me ask you. So you said you called D1 today, though, right?
Yeah.
So what was D1 perspective on this whole situation that's going on right now? I seen his video I seen his Instagram that he posted up. I seen a video he posted up though. But what you being on the line with him though? What was like? What he? I mean,
he was happy. He genuinely believed that this was an awakening for them. He was optimistic about it. He was optimistic about it.
For those who don't know who D1 is, though, man, I'm saying D1. I'm saying he's
a rapper from New Orleans, and a brother that's really pushing a positive message and want great things for poor Black people. He wants a life where poor Black people don't have to suffer or have the hardships of living a certain way. You know what I'm saying? And I can respect that authentic energy. We're going to launch the membership page of YouTube, you feel me, with a D1, with the visual portion of D1's interview.
Yeah, that'd be dope. That's dope. That's dope. Make sure y'all join, man. For real. That's dope content right there. Thought you don't make content, but that's a dope content, though. I know you ain't into that, though, you know.
So, if you want me to believe what you're trying to sell me, why won't you go empower D1?
They need to all give D1 a feature.
Yeah.
Word. They need to all go give D1 a feature, man. For real. You really about that.
Why not empower D1?
Yeah.
So again, No Ceilings Live, the lunch hour, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, right here on No Ceilings by Glasses Malone YouTube page, right here at noon. If you're on the East Coast, 3 p.m., I hope you eating a delicious lunch. I hope you brought it over the weekend. You brought you some leftovers or something. Got some conversation to get you through the rest of your day. We do this stream to support the No Ceilings podcast. New conversation dropping tomorrow. You can listen to the No Ceilings podcast on Apple Podcasts, iHeart Podcasts, or any other place you get your podcast from. No Ceilings Podcast, executive produced by Charlemagne the God, Black Effect Podcast Network, and iHeart. We're going to get this thing cracking. So, again, I totally understand. The streets are a choice. I would never discourage the streets. I would never.
No.
I would
Streets
never
is a place. Streets is a
say that.
place. Streets is a
Yeah, I
place.
would never say that because there are people that may need the streets. If you don't need the streets and you partake in them, okay, just be accountable. But I would never say that raggedy shit about the streets because there are people who need the streets to get by. Not to mention, America has hijacked a lot of the things that the streets created, and everybody partake in them now. The same mentality that you saying now about, oh, you know, selling drugs. Well, you know, that was black people selling hooch. They were selling alcohol. Well, guess who sell alcohol now?
Hmm.
You know how many black people are in prison for life for selling weed, for selling marijuana? You know how many black people doing life for selling marijuana, bro?
That's crazy.
Guess who's selling marijuana now? Guess who's
Who?
selling marijuana now?
I know I do. I know I do.
Guess who's
Legally.
selling marijuana now?
Yeah.
It's tons of black people, you know what I mean, that's in jail. They was running numbers.
Who did a lotto now?
Guess who running numbers now? I think it's antiquated. Well, I don't even think it's antiquated. I think this modern Negro is a very frustrating one. The modern Negro is a very frustrating one because they have this very weird pro-American stance. Like when you use the term called crime. You know what was a crime? Escaping off the plantation. You know what was a crime? Selling weed. You know what was a crime? Selling liquor. You know what was a crime? Running numbers. Black people in America should be having conversations about right and wrong. And that should be
Yeah, but
very subjective. There are some things culturally we all agree with that are wrong. The culture of the streets do not validate some of the stuff, the ignorant perspectives that people think that it is like a thing.
I don't know. I think that the people might get might like when you describe crime the way you choose to describe, because I'm gonna say that some of the listeners of you might feel, you know what I'm saying, because I do at the same time, because I'm kind of there with you and understanding it to the way that you describing it, but then at the same time, like, I mean, like is it not a crime because you don't get locked up for it? So long as you don't get locked up for it, then it's, you know what I'm saying. But then I understand when you say like it's a crime right now because it's not. It hasn't become a legal situation. It hasn't become something that's legal though. You know what I'm saying? I understand that right there, but a crime. If the Lord's saying it, you shouldn't be doing it. It's a crime, then, B. So you got to kind of
I'm
like
saying I always tell y'all we shouldn't be talking about criminality. Black folk in America should not be talking about crime. We should be talking about things that are right and wrong.
that was a simplicity way of explaining it. I understand.
We should our as black people, our conversation in America should be about what's right and wrong, not about what crime. Crime is an American idea that they created based off of what they said is the law. We know those things don't fit us. So we should be having conversations on about what's right or wrong culturally.
So you think it's right to sell drugs?
I think it depends on you. Like for me, it was wrong to sell drugs because it affected my soul. It affected my soul before I gave up. And I just kept going anyway. So then I
the
created this energy that allowed me to now kind of come into a place where I'm finna go to prison.
So to treat someone's addiction, you feel like that it could be a right way of doing that?
I mean, listen, I think people gonna drink and do drugs. I could launch a whole campaign about people drinking, smoking weed, and doing drugs. I could launch a whole campaign and I could find some things that make me right. You know, I could find a bunch of rhetoric that says, you know, people that smoke weed get less accomplished, or people that drink, blah, blah. I could find all this old shit. It's easy to find them stats. But the truth of the matter is, that ain't my fucking job. My job ain't to be interjecting in someone's life about their choices. My job is to speak into what the fuck is going on with them. But how people want to deal with their life is going to come down to them. I definitely cannot have the attitude that, oh man, you know, you do drugs, you ain't shit. I definitely
so you don't
cannot
judge people. You don't judge people that do drugs, then?
No. I think doing drugs is horrible, but I don't judge people that do them. I mean, listen, so life is hard, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Life hard. Every now and then, you don't think I want to spark up a joint?
You do one, bro. Do one. Well, spark one out with me.
A whole fifth, a yak.
Spark one out with me,
I see how people get to escape from their problems. I know people that be going through problems and they drank a fifth of yak and they happy. I done seen them go sad and I done seen them be happy like they don't got a problem in the world.
No, nigga not happy when they drink a fifth of yak. Nigga get angry. Nigga want to fight. What are you talking about? Ain't no happiness within yak. Ain't no happiness within yak.
I get it. Like
you picked the wrong one. Nah, I know yak.
Saying,
angry man. That's the angry man right there.
Of course, I would like to escape my problems. Of course, I would like to mentally forget what I'm going through. That would be wonderful. That just ain't my route. So what I'm saying is, I think it's really easy to blame the streets.
Okay, let's get back to that. There it is. It is. Why you choosing? Why you feel like they choosing to blame the streets though right now?
Because it's marketing.
But when Trap Bradshaw said the shit, it wasn't marketing.
I'm actually the one that told Trap Bradshaw initially.
No. You told me to start looking at the shit that's being marketed. When I start pointing shit out, then it goes, you think everything marketing, bro.
I ain't never told you that.
Maybe not you, but niggas start saying that.
I think everything is marketing. I think the marketing effects comes from when you have everybody tweet the exact same line where you could tell it was DM to them to tweet. Come on, right? Man. So that's obviously a contrived idea. I just don't think it had the direct effect that they wanted it to have. I think the effect
said it the wrong way. That's why
they said it the wrong way.
Said it the wrong way, bro. The way they said that shit was you wasn't no, bro. They're supposed to word that shit a little bit different when you but when you leave it up to, you know what I'm saying, motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, like nah, you wasn't supposed to say it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like the way you said it was all fucked up. It wasn't supposed to be said like that, man. It could be taken
that's
on
not
a different
what you
way.
should be saying. You should not be saying fuck people that did things by you, people that held you down. Like, if that was the case, why not say fuck drugs? Now, you know what? The drugs, man, they got me through a lot of shit. You know, I did a lot of shit off drugs. Well, fuck drugs. Like, to me, all of the whole concept just reeks in inaccountability. Just a lack of accountability completely. They, like, that's not even the word, a lack of accountability.
You just made that one up right there.
Yeah, I just made that one up.
That was crazy. You can probably get that in a dictionary, though. We gotta work on
or
that.
inaccountability. They don't
And
have any
accountability.
accountability, and now it's blame everybody else. Everybody else did it. Oh, it's these people. No, my boy, it's y'all. The streets are not responsible for the things that y'all are going through. The streets are not responsible for the decisions you guys make. I know he said save the streets. I know he said that. But I also knew what he was gonna say when he said the initial shit from the beginning.
What somebody said he said save the streets?
Yeah, he came back and did an interview and was like, "Well, I really should have said was save the streets."
I think 21 has a lot of moments when he doesn't think before he speaks. You know what I'm saying? And that like, it's a lot of moments. You know what I'm saying? It could date even back to when he was up in ADHD and when he said the shit about Nas not being relevant. You know what I'm saying? He felt the backlash for that right there. You know what I'm saying? In this recent interview when he stated Georgia as being a pedophile state.
Yeah, they
That was
groom them.
crazy. They
Yeah.
groom like that was just crazy. Like I think that at times that's my man. I met 21. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my man right there. But I think at times he doesn't. He be so flowing that he don't think before he speak. You know what I'm saying? But maybe he do think before. But he just I don't know. It's that he'll say some shit that. You know what I'm saying? He gotta back up from what he's. You know what I'm saying? He gotta reframe what he said and like. But I think this might be one right here. You know what I'm saying? And I don't blame him. I still fuck with 21. That's my guy. You know what I'm saying? But
I mean,
I
it's
think
nothing
that
wrong with us being critical
better.
of the things we say. It
Yeah.
don't mean we don't support you. Like if Kendrick says something that I didn't agree with, shit, I would critique him. I hate that he did the song with Playboy Cardi. That's my fucking opinion. I critique who the fuck is any of these people.
Wow. The
Nobody
Playboy
is
Cardi,
above
devil worshiper.
me. Yeah,
Mm. You got a song with Tyler?
probably. You know what I mean? But it's okay. Like it doesn't mean we're not supporters of people or friends or we don't love people because we critique things that they say. We hold each other accountable. We hold each other accountable. That's all.
Yeah, it's
Like
a
they
fact.
would hold me accountable and I would expect nothing less. Everything I am, I can articulate why I am. I don't really have a lot of things in my life that, I'm like this because that's just how I grew up. If I couldn't rationalize it, I X'd it out of my life. You know what I mean? If things I couldn't actually make sense out of, like I just edged it out of my life. If I couldn't like reason with myself about why I was that way, then there was no need for me to be that way. So everything that I held on to from the streets had real world implications. Like they were things that I could actually use today. I don't
Yeah.
have things again that don't fit anymore. I don't have
Yeah.
things that don't fit. So the things that I speak about when I'm saying the streets are things that apply to living.
But I think that comes within growth though, man. You know what I'm saying? That comes
Yeah.
within growth and things that come along within your life lessons that you went through that makes you know what I'm saying?
Killmonger,
Understand
super
that.
chat that Killmonger, so I can remember to answer that Killmonger.
What
Super
was
chat
that?
that. He said something. I
Let me
definitely
read
want
it.
to
I'll
get
read it.
back
I'll
to that
read it. I'll
Killmonger.
read it.
Yeah. No, I'm saying super chat so I remember it later because I don't want to lose my train of thought now. Super chat so I have it there. Even the concept of are they doing this for Gunna? I don't think 21 ever would work with Gunna again. I think accountability at this level is different.
Oh, the game shit. Oh, the game. Yeah, I seen that interview. That was a dope interview, bro. The people
Yeah,
did a dope
yes.
interview with him.
Yeah. T
They
Rail
ain't
did a
cut him no slack. They ain't cut him no slack either.
T
It
Rail,
was
no,
that shit was dope.
T Rail is fantastic. He's gotten so
They
much.
ain't cut
He
him
was
no
always
slack, bro.
he was a natural guy, but he's really a professional at this point.
Yeah, that was
What's the
dope.
deal?
Squish, what up?
Um,
Squish, we need you to pull up to the gatekeepers one time, man. For the one time, you heard? You gotta pull up. Yeah. Man.
But even all of this rhetoric that Gunna is still hitting is not true.
Gunna just
I
sitting
heard
back
people say
quiet
that, but
right
I
now,
know what
too,
they're
like this.
doing. Huh?
Gunna just sitting back quiet right now while all this shit going on. Just sitting back quiet.
I mean, because look, the truth is, maybe part of it is 21 feels a certain type of way. Because I heard him saying that on the conversation with Big Bang, where he felt Gunna got love. Well, the general public don't really have the same moral compass.
No.
So if you thought, if you thought when Gunna get out, the average Joe Schmo was gonna be like, you know what, you a rat. They don't care about that.
Why though, bro? That shit is crazy. That shit is crazy though, bro.
I mean, it don't matter what. They won't care till somebody at their job tell on them for punching the time clock early. They won't tell on them until somebody tells on them. You know what I mean? So
Ted went on break early.
And they always feel like they not doing wrong, so there's nothing to tell on. But nobody likes the office snitch.
No, not at all.
Nobody likes the office snitch.
And they'll call him a snitch, too. They'll call him a snitch. Yo, Ted's a fucking snitch, man. You know, I told him I went to lunch early. They'll use that term, though, too. That's the crazy shit about it.
So it really is crazy. And even the initial talking point, right, of the conversation, right, when Savage first said "fuck the streets," it was a bunch of questionable things that even led him into that thought. When he said Gunna and Thug need to work it out, y'all love each other. What the fuck do they need to work it out?
Go back, bro. You jump forward, bro.
No, that was the first thing he said.
No, bro.
That was the
first
first tweet.
He said, no.
The first line of the tweet says, y'all, he tagged both of them, Gunna and Thug, and said, y'all need to fix y'all shit. Y'all love each other. That was the first thing he said.
Okay. Go ahead.
Which to me, strike one. Why the fuck do Thug need to fix anything with Gunna? Gunna owe that man an apology at minimum. At minimum. Hey, man, you know what? I was trying to save myself, and I threw you under the bus. Your charges were that you were a gang, and you committed crimes in furtherance of the gang, and I admitted that to the court. I was wrong for that. You know, blah, blah, blah. Simple thing. Start with accountability. Apologize, because when you had your moment, you could have just fought your case. This is the man that made you a millionaire. This is the man that looked out for you and changed your life, right? Okay, cool. Apologize. There's nothing that they need to work out. They don't need to fix nothing. One man owes another man an apology.
Hold on. Is there some things that you just can't accept the apology from somebody for?
I'm not saying that he has to accept it. I'm saying 21 Savage tweet. 21 Savage's tweet said, Thug, Gunna, y'all need to fix y'all shit. No. Gunna needs to apologize to Thug for deciding he was going to throw his life away in order to protect his own life.
I don't need no apology from you, bro.
I'm just saying.
Fuck your apology. Fuck your apology, bro.
I'm saying based off the tweets, it should started off like this.
Go ahead. All right, go ahead.
Hey, Gunna, you owe Thug an apology. You owe Thug accountability for deciding that his life wasn't worth nothing when you took your plea deal and admitted the thing that they were being charged with was actually true. Like, I don't know, maybe in the world where y'all live at, you let people hit each other and you don't make people apologize to that man. You wronged him. You wronged him. And to anybody at the table that don't think he wronged him, you are the problem. This is what's wrong with the world. Like, it's simple. Apologize. I was wrong, bro. No matter how it happened, there's no way possible I should have decided my life was more important than your life. I should have fought my case fair and square. If I did nothing, I had a chance to beat it because I had enough money. I had enough money. I am sorry for fucking throwing your life away, for putting your situation in jeopardy, for saying the things that they were charging you with is true, because that's what he did. You could love Gunna and still say this is true. There's nothing else to say. There's nothing else to say. That's the problem. The problem is when you don't accept the people you like actually are in the wrong because you like them, it shows who you are. If you okay with somebody not raising their kids, you're a problem. If you okay with somebody not being accountable, you're a problem. You lack as much accountability as them because you're so desperate to be friends with them. It ain't about no music, look. It ain't about no music. It's simple. Be a man and be accountable. And because it happened publicly, vindicate that man publicly. Because it went public, vindicate Thug publicly. Vindicate him. Hey, man, you know what? Thug is not wrong. What I did was wrong. I could have fought my own case. I am a Crip. I know I'm supposed to take accountability when I'm charged for a crime. That's it. Because you are a Crip, it's expected of you to fight your own charges. This ain't if you not a Crip. This ain't if this man not made you a millionaire. It don't matter, look, who made it public. Because you publicly, and right now you have a table full of people not actually saying this is true. That's the problem. Like, these are simple man things. Let's focus on one thing. Let's not go into the whole circle of rat circle and none of that. We're not going to the herd. We said focus right now on this 21 Savage tweet. The tweet is, the truth is, hey, Gunna, you owe Thug a public apology. Right now it's getting worse and worse. Like, people think Thug is wrong. People trying to defend Gunna. It's a public thing. He did not say they knew Gunna wasn't a Crip. They said they knew Gunna told. I'll get to that after this. But the first thing you saying is one, Gunna owes Thug and a public apology. Publicly vindicate that man. I don't care if he moved on. I bet you did move on. Your bitch ass got out of jail and left that nigga there to fight his case when you supposed to fight yours, no different than everybody else. So I bet you his bitch ass did move on. A nigga made you a millionaire. Y'all niggas is chicken shit. I bet you he did move on. He came home and was back rapping and getting money while this man had to fight for his freedom in jail. We could get to Thug's cases after this. Let's focus on the case at hand. So the first line of that tweet is, let me apologize. Hey, man, I'm going to publicly vindicate you because people don't quite understand how this thing works. I was wrong. I should have never said you did these things they were accusing you of doing. Problem one, you do not say this man did these things they are accusing him of. He said it. The state of Georgia accused him of running a racketeering business, a gang, and accused him of saying they committed crimes in furtherance of the gang. You actually validated what them people said. You said, yes, this is true. You owe that man public vindication for ignorant people who don't understand what happened. You're supposed to publicly vindicate that man, Gunna. If you are a man, that's what you would do.
But what does that do, though, bro?
That's not the point. It's not about what it do.
No,
that's
no,
what he's
I'm just
supposed
saying,
to do as a man. That's how, I don't know how you can sleep at night. I'm not saying you're
Fuck
gonna
how you
fix his
sleep at
problem.
night though. Fuck that shit though, bro.
Accountability is cool.
That shit don't fix nothing.
Accountability is freeing. Accountability is the true path to masculinity. It's the true path to freedom. It's the true path of responsibility. It's the true path of friendship. It's the true path of higher self. It's nothing for him to publicly vindicate Thug. That's problem one. So the first line of 21 Savage tweet should say, hey, you know what? Gunna, you owe this man a public apology. You owe him a vindication. You owe this man that. Problem two, 21, if y'all are saying y'all knew that this man was a rat before and y'all let him come out and get on the streets card, problem two. I used to argue with Big U about the same thing. I've had 2 arguments with Big U about the same thing. Right now, Big U is in jail because somebody lied on him. Monster lied on him. That's why Big U is in jail right now fighting for his life. Monster lied on him.
Nigga named Monster told
I
on.
know the nigga. I know how it happened. Big U is in jail because someone lied on him. They said he was extorting their business. That's a lie. That man was paying Big U so he could do bad business in the name of the 60s. Now, Big U didn't know this. Big U didn't know that that was the plan. Big U didn't know that he was going to be doing bad business. But I know him. So I know he was doing bad business. I remember him telling Head that he was a part of 6 O's and threatened Head to some degree. Like, yeah, you know, because you don't want, this 6 0. Wait a minute. To do bad business. And this is a prime example of Big U allowing him to hire him as security, as protection, because I'm not knowing he's doing bad business. Unc not know he's not doing bad business. Unc ain't knowing. Unc like, you know what? Look, I can provide security service, make sure you don't get robbed, took advantage of. It's going to cost you this much money every month. Now, I know his intentions. This same person, I remember when the homie Magic from A7 was going to rob this nigga, and I remember stopping it.
You stopped it?
I stopped it. On God, on 7th Street Watch.
So I don't want to get into. I don't like getting into that shit on the internet. Some lady I don't know. You could do that. I was gonna ask a question, but I asked you up for that. I'm not doing all that.
But the point I'm saying is, this only happened because Big U allowed somebody to buy into the program.
Yeah. How often does that happen?
I'm starting to realize much more often because 21 said they allowed Gunna to buy into the program.
Yeah. Well, he didn't buy into the program. I'm gonna say that his talents got him into the program. You know what I mean? They seen that he had some type of talents. They was like, yo, this nigga's kind of nice, yo. Listen, man. Let's look past the Crime Stopper shit, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna wipe that dirt off from him and shine him and buff him up. You know what I'm saying? Make him look like a fresh pair of shoes right now, bro.
And guess what happened?
Nigga walked all over them.
Was it worth it?
Nigga stomped on him. Nigga stomped on him.
Whatever money Big U made from providing security and protection for this man, was it worth him fighting for his life right now? Right now, he's in federal prison. They're treating this man like he is a pariah. They talking about this man like he did all this crazy shit. This man up there with them kids at the football practice. Now, I'm not saying Big U don't got no shit that people don't like. That's cool. What they're talking about is not true. And it's based off a man lying because he was allowed to use the name of Big U and 6 O's, right, as a way
So
to do bad business.
so the case is based around old boy shit then.
Hands down. That's
That's
the
crazy.
premise.
That's crazy. That's
The
crazy then,
whole
B.
case is built around this
That's
particular
crazy. He gonna beat it then.
situation.
He gonna beat that then. He gotta beat
That's what
that
I
then,
told
B.
somebody the other day. I'm like, bro,
He gotta
I
beat
think
that.
he'll beat it because the truth is the only reason that this situation happened with Big U is because this boy didn't want to go do his time for selling drugs out of town. Monster
Yeah,
didn't want to go do his
yeah.
time for selling
They
drugs
gotta
out of town.
break. They gotta break
And
him
I know
down.
you mad at me, Monster, for saying your name. I know you mad at me. But it's important that people understand who you are. So they don't go around looking at another brother and villainizing another brother for no reason at the expense of you not wanting to go do 15 years for something you should have fucking went and been accountable for because you did it. If you didn't do it, I wouldn't say nothing, fool. Like, I'm not tripping. Be accountable. Like right now, the mistake that 21 and all of them made, and the reason that they whole movement is in jeopardy is because you accepted somebody that you knew was not of the ilk, or at least that's what you said. If y'all knew that that man told the police and y'all let that man come tell us he's a Crip, if you let that man come tell us he's thugging, if you let that man come tell us any of this stuff and you let it happen, here's your chance to be a victim. And now these people are making you a victim.
I'm a chill. I'm a chill.
Andy, I wish you stopped saying Tory shouldn't have done 10 years for shooting Meg. I never said
What?
that, Andy. I don't know,
And he
like, where
said,
you
no, no,
keep
no, 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 no,
making
no,
this
no, no,
stuff
no.
up.
Grass is on the whole other side when it comes to that, though. So you
keep
ain't
saying
even
this, Andy,
you
and
lay
it's just
here.
odd, man. Like, what are
You
you
lay
talking
here. You
about?
lay here,
I
Andy.
told
Why
that
you be
man he should have took a deal, and I told him he got every last day he deserved because he didn't take a deal.
Andy, you know what you be doing, Andy. You gotta cut that shit out, Andy. For real, for real. You
Why do
know
you
exactly
keep
what you be
saying that?
doing.
Like, I'm in which world?
You know exactly what you be doing, Andy. Cut that shit out. But yeah. No, Tori, did you see the no, Tori got a CBS interview coming out. You seen that?
I've seen it.
Yeah, I seen a clip of it though. The whole interview ain't come out yet though. But he's still pushing on it though.
I
They said
got you, Adrian. I got you. You
I ain't
right.
know Tori been in for 3 years so far. Tori been in for 3 years.
Yeah.
Yo, time be flying, bro. That's crazy. He's been in for 3 years so far.
I
So
did
so
not
so
say
so
R. Kelly should not be in prison.
oh God. Andy said that? Is Andy
No,
saying
somebody
this?
else said that. Why do y'all keep making these lies up?
No, bro, stop that shit, y'all. I hate this paying narrative shit. Put your brush
Like,
away,
why are
man.
y'all lying?
For real.
You
Put your
can
brush
actually
away,
just,
man.
what I said is even better than that lie. I said R. Kelly should be in prison for 11 to 12 years. It's a simple thing, but I don't want to go back with this. Y'all got to do y'all own research about what I think. Stop imagining because this is Crip, you had your perception of
Sorry,
what
the
I think.
sociopath.
Just some of
God
this
damn,
stuff
I
is
told you that
ridiculous.
sociopath. That's why I don't read the comments, B. You got me reading the comments now, bro.
Don't
That's why
read the
I don't read
comments.
them
Don't read
shits.
the
I don't
comments.
read the, I start reading the comments. I'm gonna fuck
Don't read
around
the
and,
comments.
yeah, I'm not
But
reading
the
them
point
shits,
I'm
but
saying to you is this. So 21, that's strike two. Strike two is that you saying you knew this dude
he ain't
was
striking out. My man
already
ain't striking out.
bad.
My man ain't striking out. He getting 4 balls. He walking, B. We ain't doing that. We ain't about to strike my
Just
man
said
21
it's
out.
not about me
We ain't about
striking
to
out.
strike 21 out, bro.
Listen.
He swung on the first two. He swung on the first two. Then the pitcher threw 4 balls and like that. He walked on. He won the first base, B. That's it. We ain't about to do that to my man, B. We ain't about to do that to him. He came back. He
I'm not
apologized.
doing
He said
anything
he said
to
it the
him.
wrong way. We ain't about to do that to him, bro. We ain't gonna do
I'm
that to
not
him.
doing any, I'm saying, listen, just
He
listen.
swung. He swung. He tried to hit out the park. The nigga threw that. Yo, bro, listen, bro. The nigga thought he was hitting it out the park when he said that shit, bro.
There's
He
no
came up to the
crime
plate.
to
He
hold
came up to the plate
people
and
from
said,
the
Joe,
streets accountable.
huh?
Don't try to make me feel bad because I'm holding him accountable.
No, that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, when he came up there and he said this the first time, he thought he was swinging it out the park, B. He thought that was the best thing he could have said. Fuck the street, yo. We ruining it. He tried to run with the whole shit. Nigga said. Then he said, "Oh shit, the nigga just threw a heater at me just now, and I just swung at this shit and just missed." You know what I'm saying? Then the nigga said some other shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that, boom. He came back and apologized. Man on first.
Listen.
That's what I'm saying.
It said, y'all niggas fix that shit. Y'all love each other, nigga. No, the correct thing is, Gunna, you owe that man an apology. Simple.
I hate that whole text. I hate that whole tweet.
Problem with number 2, you knew it wasn't no gangster. You knew he wasn't no gangster when he told the first time and we swept it under the rug for you.
You're trying to strike him out. You're just trying to strike him out.
I'm not striking him. Bro, you can't strike 21 out. It's not about striking him out. I'm saying here's the problems in the initial tweet to get to fuck the streets. Right?
So you saying it was that you giving him 3 strikes then, nigga?
I'm not. I'm telling you, this is
after that came fuck the streets. That's 3 strikes.
Listen. Again, I'm telling you the problem with fuck the streets and why I never bought it. This is how he led into the first fuck the streets. Y'all niggas fix that shit. Y'all love each other.
I'm not counting
right? The thing he should have said is, you owe that man an apology. You decided to throw that man under the bus. Part 2 is, we swept it under the rug for you.
That's the first strike. That's the first strike. That's the first strike.
No, the first strike is to actually hold them both accountable for their situation.
No, I'm not doing that.
Yes.
That's him walking up to the plate.
No, that's not him walking up to the plate.
That's him. That's him on the side taking like little fake swings real quick before you get to the plate. That's that right there.
You can't say I need to fix my situation with a snitch. Somebody that snitched on me. You can't say I need to fix that.
No, you're right.
Right? So what you should have said was, Gunna, you owe that man some accountability.
That's a pop foul right there. Oh.
No, that's a strike. It's a flat out strike.
Man, it's still a strike, but you hit the ball. You hit the ball, but it went foul.
Strike 2 is when you saying you knew somebody was bad and you swept it under the rug.
That's strike 2. All right, that's a strike. I don't know if it's strike 2. That's a strike.
That's strike 2. You swept it under the rug, knowing somebody's bad.
So then fuck the streets and strike 3 then.
No. And then you saying, right? You said he wasn't trying to leave you hanging, nigga. And then fuck the streets. That should not be the collective things that get you to fuck the streets. How is those things the collective things to get you to fuck the streets?
Might be a pop foul. It's a pop foul.
How did that collection of those things
I don't know.
Get you to fuck the streets? You mad that 2 niggas is not talking and fuck with each other because one nigga told on the other nigga? That got you to fuck the streets? It's the streets' fault that Gunna didn't want to be accountable?
And you know what though? That shows you it's marketing, because he went from that to this. He went from a small pal to go fuck the streets though. Fuck the streets though.
He tagged Gunna. He tagged Thug. He said, y'all niggas fix that shit. Y'all love each other, nigga. You knew Gunna wasn't no gangster when he told the first time, and we swept it under the rug for you.
That was wicked.
You know he wasn't trying to leave you to hang, nigga. Fuck the streets. We ain't get shit but trauma from that shit. That's the problem.
You know how that's translated?
Complete tweet is the problem. How the fuck did that combination of things arrive you to blaming the streets?
If I put that in a translate, right? If I put that in a translator right now, right? We had like a translator that said, "Yo, translate this terminology right now into what's name." Basically, bro, fuck the streets was, so what if he read it?
And then when people keep trying to tell me that that's not what that means, and I'm like,
that's all that means.
How did the fact that Thug is not fucking with Gunna because Gunna wasn't accountable in his own charges, right? Gunna wasn't accountable in his own charges and decided to throw Thug under the bus. How did that have you end up at fuck the streets? What the fuck do 2 multi-millionaire niggas being in jail for charges have to do with the streets? What do either one of their
He didn't want to
situations
say
have to
that.
do with
He
the
didn't want
streets?
to say
It's like,
that. He
so if
did
it's
not
not
want to
just
say
the
that.
no snitching, which I think is lazy to make that just a street thing, because hell, the police station don't let you snitch. Hell, they call people in politics whistleblowers. Hell, they don't want you telling at the office.
He didn't want to say that. He ran out of words. He ran out of vowels. He ran out of vowels. He ran out of vowels. He's like, fuck the
Listen,
streets.
Gunna, Young Thug, y'all niggas fixed that shit. Y'all love each other, nigga. You knew Gunna wasn't no gangster when he told the first time. We swept it
That's
under the
crazy.
rug
No,
for
no, stay
you.
right there. Stay right there. Stay right there, please. Don't want no further. Why the fuck did he say that right there, bro?
You're missing the point. Listen, let
I'm
me
not
finish.
missing nothing. I seen it. I heard it. Why did
Gunna,
you say that, bro?
Young Thug, y'all niggas fixed that shit. Y'all love each other, nigga. You knew Gunna wasn't no gangster when he told the first time, and we swept it under the rug for you. You know he wasn't trying to leave you to hang, nigga. Fuck the streets. We ain't get shit but trauma from that. So you can't tell me that the one thing that constant is like the fact that he's saying fuck the street rules of not snitching. Like, fuck that. Don't trip. You know, he snitched on you. That ain't no big of a deal.
Damn. Damn, bro. I'm not striking him out, though, bro. I'm not striking him out. I'm not striking
I'm
him
not,
out, bro.
listen, it's not, listen.
Not
I'm
striking him
not
out.
saying
Not
strike
striking him out.
nobody. I'm telling you the problem is, this is why I gave no credence to the fuck the streets movement. This is why when people try to say, well, he's saying the right message, it's just the wrong messenger. No, because if it's the wrong, Satan can't give you good advice, my boy. Satan cannot give you good advice.
Yo, don't. I see what you did there. I see. Yeah, you said, nigga. You said,
True though.
yeah, you said,
Satan cannot give you good advice.
B. He's
Satan
a God.
cannot give you good advice.
He's a God. Satan can't give you advice.
Satan cannot give you things built on
So
shaky foundations cannot
have you
last.
ever took advice? Have you ever took advice from Satan?
No,
In your whole lifetime.
never.
So when you went out there and sold crack, that wasn't advice from Satan?
No,
Yes, it was.
no.
Yes, it was.
Satan, listen, when I went out there
Definitely
and sold
was.
drugs,
That's Satan telling you to go out there and sell drugs.
no, listen. Satan is not far away from God. Satan is envy,
He next door.
jealousy.
He next door.
Yes, he's not. Satan is not the opposite of God.
All right.
Right? Satan is not the opposite of God. He's over here by God. The opposite of God is when you don't care. Right? It's when you don't care. It's when you don't care. It's the complete opposite of God. Satan cares, jealousy, envious, a million things that's creating that type of energy. So no, I've never took good advice from envy and jealous emotions that I've ever had. Never. I never let that compel my actions. I got a lot of people, if I wanted to be jealous, I got some successful partners that have done well. I would be jealous of some top tier niggas. My honest opinion is Satan don't hate God, Satan hate us. That's my honest opinion. I don't think Satan hate God. I think Satan hate us. That's a whole nother story. I think Satan hate us. We can have this whole other conversation. Satan is a creation of God, and he's jealous of God's relationship with man. Why do you prefer them motherfuckers over us, over me?
Who said that? Satan?
Yeah. When God was bragging to Satan about how fire Job was, he was like, man, you see Job a trooper. Look at Job. And Satan like, he only acting like that because you gave him everything. He's a fucking hater. He only.
Satan was a hater. Satan was a hater.
Yes.
I don't
He
know. See,
needs
I don't
God's
know the tales. I don't know the
permission
tales of the
to do the
Bible.
things that he do based off the stories. Oh, look, God, like, look at my boy Job. You see, this is Job. Look, Satan. Job. Look at that. Satan up there hot.
So Satan was just
You
hating.
trying to brag about Job. Job only act like that because you look out for him, because you got him up, because you got him right. He doing good. He got a family. He got all this stuff. He got kids. He got all this. And God was like, man, he still will be with the program even if I didn't give him all of this. He said, prove it. He said, well, do your thing. He said, do your thing. Watch this. And Satan started taking things from Job. Family, livestock, livelihood, health. And the whole time, Job stood fast with God.
Believer. I ain't never really got into the Bible tales.
Man, I'm telling you.
I never really got into it. So I
That's
don't know. You telling me
that's
you
what I'm
put me on
saying.
something
I've
new.
had plenty of opportunities to be jealous and react on jealousy of friends. Tons of them. Some of my friends, obviously, my young homie is kicking it. You don't think I could be jealous of Kendrick? And if I want to, I could be hating all I want to. You know what? That goddamn Kendrick, he think he the man. He in all these stadiums. I could be jealous of Kendrick. Kendrick would be a worthy person to be jealous of. Look at all this success. He only on top because blah, blah, blah. He only blah, 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 blah. Easy. I don't cave in to the advice from Satan. I don't cave in from that.
But now and say
Kendrick would be such a dope dude to hate on. Think of it's Kendrick Lamar. He'd be awesome to hate on. He'd be so worthy of being a person to be jealous of. Look at all the stuff he got. Kendrick would be fantastic to be jealous. If I was going to be jealous of somebody, for sure it'd be Kendrick Lamar. That'd be the perfect person to be jealous. He on top. Think he the shit. That's just fire. That's fire. He'd be so dope to be jealous of. Because it's like popping. It's like he ain't never had to sell his soul to get up. Like that would be the perfect person to be jealous of.
Yeah, I'm going to smoke.
I'm saying that would be the perfect person to be jealous of. You know what I'm saying? So
it would be too obvious, though, bro. It'd be too obvious. It'd be too obvious. You'd be like a hater. You'd be a hater. Like it'd be obvious that you're a hater, though, bro. It'd be obvious. But you know what's so crazy is that this, though, right? You can't win or lose because it's like either you hate or you be super excited for a purpose for your man's success. Now, if you hate, it's like you a hater. If you're super excited, then what are you then? You can't win with these niggas out here, B. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying like that, though.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to be trying to win with other people.
No, anyway. Not about. I don't want nobody approval though. I'm not saying within that though. I'm just saying within the whole situation because I be seeing what you go through within that whole shit though. You supposed to root for your man being the best, B. You supposed to do that shit though, bro. And I don't like the fact that when niggas come back and talk about no nigga, that nigga supposed to be doing that. I would judge you if you wasn't doing that shit, B.
Hey, I'm gonna text that nigga right now. If there was a nigga to be jealous of, I'd be jealous of you, my nigga. You texting that right now. That's funny.
I'm on a smoke, bro.
I said,
don't text that. Don't text that, bro. That's energy. That's energy you put in the air. Don't text that shit.
You don't think so? Okay.
No, don't text that, bro. Don't text that because it's not even supposed to be.
But for sure, if there was a person to be jealous of, he would be the greatest person to be jealous of. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like that would be a great.
That was success, though, bro. Success.
I mean, period. Like somebody that got to remain they self and keep their soul, and he did it his way. Like it's so much dope things that I know that happen. You feel me? It's fire.
Nah, nigga sit there jealous, bro. That
that's not a compliment. That seemed like the ultimate compliment. If it
when niggas hate on you,
nigga, you would be the nigga I'm jealous of.
Nah.
Yo, that's not too crazy.
That's bad energy. It's bad energy, though, bro. It's bad energy. That's what I'm saying. It's bad energy.
I know, but it's okay. It's okay to be. It's okay to be.
No, you hit your man and tell him. No, it's not. No, it's not. You hit him and tell him, yo.
I'm saying I'm gonna listen to you. I'm gonna listen to you. I'm saying it's okay to have bad energy. It's okay to have bad feelings. It's okay to feel things. It's another thing to react of them. I take in all the energy, all of
No,
it.
because
But the point I'm saying,
once those type of shits get in, once you start thinking shit like that, listen, right? So I got my man, right? Matter of fact, my man Bouvier, right? He got
yeah.
me to the point of not saying when I do something. You know what I'm saying? It's to the point where I say I did. You know what I'm saying? You never look at it towards a point of, you know what I'm saying? I might do this. No, I'm gonna do this. So now when you start, you gotta bring those type of positive energies within within what you say or anything like that though, because when you start saying anything within, hating like that though, it could become you, bro. Even within mentioning the shit. You don't mention shit like that, bro. You keep it out your
I'm not
cipher.
disagreeing.
Keep
I'm
it
not
out your cipher.
disagreeing. But I just think I'm really past a powerful place of that.
Okay.
I'm so past a powerful place. I'm past that. I'm in such a powerful place of existing. Tons of room to go, but it's such a powerful place of existing that
Yeah,
I
just
am
keep.
so not worried about what the world thinks about what I
No,
am saying.
fuck the world. Fuck the world, B. It's
I
about
know,
bringing it within your cipher. I
I
don't give a fuck
know,
about the world. It's about bringing your cipher, though, bro. It's about bringing
Yeah,
it
yeah, I
within
know. I'm
within
just
your cipher.
saying that to me is the ultimate compliment. If there was somebody I was gonna be jealous of, bro, it would be you. That's how happy and delighted and approving I am of
You
what
can't
you've been
even look
able to
at
do since
yourself
I've
as
known you.
being a hater, though, bro.
I'm not a hater.
You
I
don't
said
want
jealous.
you don't want to look at yourself as being jealous.
Listen, if I've ever
You
been
don't
jealous,
bring it in
I'm
your
okay with
cipher.
that too.
You don't bring
I'm
it in your
okay with the
cipher, bro.
feelings. I'm okay with the emotions of being jealous. Like I don't resist any emotion. I accept all emotions. But then I determine, right? I filter the emotions into a place to where it's like, how am I going to react?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm actually different. I take the bad, the good. I accept it. I take the humility that people on Twitter give me and the negative
You
things.
definitely do. You
I
definitely
allow it
do.
to
You
ground me,
definitely
and then
do. You definitely do.
I take that, and then I generate a true power. Remember, it's like if shout out to everybody at the table who's ever had a low rider or know anything about cars or just energy in general. The most important cable is the negative cable. Like if your negative cable is loose on your battery terminal, the negative cable is not tight on your battery terminal, your car will not generate power. It will not start, right? You have to ground, your negative cable needs to be tight. It needs to be flowing. Current needs to be flowing fully. The positive trap can be loose. It could just be a little bit touching. And if it moved just enough and you fired up the car, fire up and you'll generate power. We don't accept negative energy in our life enough. We don't accept negative current in our
I
life
don't want
enough.
no negative. No, I don't want none of that shit around me.
And
I don't like
feed it
negative
all to
energy.
me. Feed it
No, I don't
all
want none
to
of that
me.
shit.
I'm
No.
going to turn it into power.
Cut people off because their energy was negative, B. I don't want you around me, B. Don't even talk
Man,
to me.
feed me all of
It
the
could
shit.
become you. It could become you,
Let
B.
it
It could become
ground
you.
me. Ground me into the fact that we are the same. And I'm going to show you real power that's going to make me like fly into the heavens. I'm going to show you real power. That's all I needed. It was really Phoebe. Like I've had positive currents my whole business. Recently, I've been getting negative currents. Like somebody asked me yesterday, was I like, they was like, man, they think you really hate Drake. Like you've always had something. I'm like, what the fuck? Why the fuck would I have something against him? Like they really felt that way.
Yeah, it
And I
did.
think it's because, shout out to Rick, but I think it's because of how honest I am about what I think. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't mind. Like, even if, like, so what? Like, I'm okay with people giving me that. Just feed the energy. Feel me? Whatever it is,
No,
just feed it.
no,
It's my
no.
job to turn it into power.
The energy could become you, B.
That's
That's why
true. That's the
yeah.
risk every powerful being takes.
Mm.
That's the risk every powerful beings take. No, I'm forgive me, Miss Bynum. I'm not saying everybody could function in negativity. That's not what I'm saying. Forgive me. And I'm not passing. You're right. You're right. And I don't want to pass this off as information for everyone. And if it comes that way, forgive me. That's not what I'm trying to do. Like, I'm not. I'm saying this is what works for me. So it's like in a place to where it's like, not at all. Not at all. So it's it started because I started comparing. Like, it's one thing last year after the battle, right? The fallout of the battle. That's fine. Fallout of the battle is the fallout of the battle. You know, Drake took the loss in that competition. Hold on, Trap. Turn off this light.
Yeah. What happened? Yo, listen, man. I don't even know where he was going with the net right there though. Because we've been these people be thinking this man hate Drake for some crazy reason though. And I know he don't hate Drake. I know he don't hate Drake. But these people sit here all the time and sit there and say, yo, you hate Drake. I remember somebody said something yesterday in the spaces. What they said, they said some crazy shit though. As far as you hating Drake.
No,
We got a
it
dope
was kind of
spaces.
the Mom to baby girl. What's the deal? It started because I was saying, I was listening to Watch the Party Die, and it felt like a spell.
What you mean? I feel like a
Felt
spell.
like a spell. Like, what if it was a spell? Like, sometimes it's prophetic, but what if it was a spell? Like, because I was
That man
saying, like,
wicked,
it's
man.
one thing that Drake goes through something, right? And then he loses the battle, and then he falls apart. Not just losing the battle, but he falls apart to where he condemns his relationships in the business, right? He condemns his relationship with the number one distributor of music. He destroys his relationship with the number one distributor of music is Spotify. The number one promoter of music is iHeart. The number one marketing, the number one marketer of music is Universal Music Group. And like, post the battle, he destroyed his relationship with the three best people when it comes to records. Like, that just seems crazy to me. Like, after the battle, you said, let me commit suicide to a degree. Let me commit suicide with the number one distributor of records, right, in Spotify. Let me commit suicide with the number one promoter of records, right, in iHeart, right, who owns all the radio stations. And let me commit career suicide with the number one marketer or producer of records, right, or marketing and production of records, right, in UMG. And that's one thing, right, because that's after the battle. That's not because he lost the battle.
Do you ever sit back and think, just like sit back and go, damn, why would this nigga do that for? You know what I'm saying? Like, because you know, it's in, you know what I'm saying? Any smart person would say, you know what I'm saying? Think about the effect of you doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So if you choose to do this, that, like what's your main goal? What do you look to get out of this though? I can't come up with it. No, not you. I'm saying by him doing that, if you put yourself in those shoes like that, you like, what do you look to come out of this though? Because it's nothing that, I mean, what could be good? You going independent? Is that his main achievement to try to get that off? But I don't understand why he would go at
that's
the
what I'm
people he went
saying.
at.
What if it's either prophetic or like a spell?
I don't know.
What if it was condemning or it's prophetic? What if he's generating that kind of power where it's a condemnation? Either way, whether it's prophetic, whether he could see into the future, or he could decide this is what your future is going to be. Right? Because again, the career or the cultural The cultural castration of Drake doesn't happen because of the battle. You know what I mean? It happens because everything post the battle. If the battle happens and it's over, that's fine. Whatever. You know what I mean? Who cares? He lost the battle. He could drop a hit record, back to business tomorrow. You'll be fine. Right? Or like after all of that, he decided, like, you know what I'm saying? Like he was like, yo, like he went and committed like cultural, he castrated himself in the business. And so it's one thing that Dot takes his cultural cachet away, right? Boom. That goes. Fine. You lost the battle, cool, but you still this amazing pop star. Still this amazing pop star, right? But then you say, okay, fuck my business. I'm going to ruin the relationships I have with my biggest partners over the next 14, 15 months. I'm going to ruin that relationship. Here's the time I probably need to lean on that relationship, but I'm going to ruin it.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I step to the side and go, why would you do this for? What do you look to come out of this? Have you made enough money to say, fuck all this shit though? I don't plan on making no more money. I don't plan on being a big star no more. Like, what is the end results that he thinks is going to come upon that though? That's what I'm trying to figure out though now. I don't know.
Fuck that. I'm saying that's not the point of this, right?
Okay.
But I'm saying, so whether it's prophetic or whether it's condemning, it happens, right? And again, it's post the battle. So it would have to be condemning or prophetic. Either he saw it happening or he spelled it to happen. He actually created the energy and forced it to happen, right? That's fine. Whatever. Cool. All right. Battle over. Here we are now, his biggest generals, people that aligned with his vision.
Mm-hmm.
Look at all the chaos they're going through. And watch the party die can either be a prophecy or a spell.
I'm putting on a spell. I'm putting on a spell.
That's what I'm saying. Is interesting.
That's how ill I think Kendrick is. I think that shit's a spell. Your man might be a wizard. He might be a wizard. You got witches and you got wizards. I think he's a wizard. I think that, everything, you be talking about the whole, you look into no, that man is ill. He's ill. He's different. He's different, B. Like a lot of shit that he done said, and you know what I'm saying? Like that shit has come to light. That shit's crazy, man. He's different.
Look at what's happening with them. Like 21, and Thug just had a thing where he's saying ever since the battle, hip hop has been in a weird place. Like he's admitting that his existence now is almost like fucked up in the space. And he's blaming the space. He like, man, it's them niggas. I'm fine. These niggas is tripping. And then look at 21 to me, who's ultimate credibility. I think he's underrated as a record maker. I think he's even underrated as a rapper. I think he raps a little bit better than we give him credit.
Let's bring it back. Because my man just hit me up earlier and gave me some ill data. Matter of fact, I'm not going to bring it up now. I'm not going to do it. The data that this man just gave me was crazy. No, fuck that. The data that this man gave me was crazy. I'm not going to do it. Gotta go.
Shout out to Coach. Coach got a game today. Coach got a game.
So shout out to Coach, man. Everybody,
make sure y'all head over to the make sure y'all head over to the IG, to Coach's IG. Wolfpack_prime. WOLFPACK_prime. PRIME. That's on Instagram. Donate to his actual his GoFundMe, man. He got a real serious program that saves a lot of kids, good kids in the college. He's a real outstanding coach, bro. Like, I promise.
Have you been playing the GoFundMe?
Like a coach of sports, but he's a really great coach of man.
Life coach.
Like, he is a real coach. Like, he's not just, you know what I mean? Like a coach. Like, trust me. Like, I'm not lying, and I don't give nobody extra credit. This ain't where you get that from. So head over to Wolfpack_prime and make sure you donate to his GoFundMe. It's for a really good program. back to the point.
has it been linked in? Hold on, real quick. Has it been linked into the description of the of these lives we've been doing? We need
I
to make
think so.
sure
I think
it's
they're
linked.
there.
All right,
You know
so
what?
go
Maybe
to
I don't have a link, but I think
yeah.
they're in all of the
Well,
I
well,
think
make
they're in
sure
all of the
make sure
clips.
we link it. We're gonna make sure we link it into
Fact,
the
fact.
description of this one right here though. We're gonna make sure we do that though. But make sure y'all go to that GoFundMe, you know what I'm saying? Throw a couple dollars in, no matter what it is though. You know what I'm saying? Everything is you know what I'm saying, appreciate it though. For
Yeah.
real. Please do
Okay,
that.
so fast forward, right? It's like, so I don't know if it's either prophetic or a spell. And so now it's like one thing is, again, losing the battle is one thing, right? But then to actually go out and commit a level of suicide in the business, that was not in my bingo card. That was not on my bingo card. I was looking for it on my bingo card, and I was like, damn, I didn't see him committing career suicide because he lost a battle. Right. So it's like, man, that was interesting. And now his generals, right? The generals of Al Qaeda, OWL, shout out to Rod for that. OWL
Al
Qaeda,
Qaeda.
Al
Al Qaeda.
Qaeda, all of the generals, like, got a bunch of crazy shit happening. 21 to me, whose calling card is how street he is. I do think he's an underrated record writer. I do think he's an underrated rapper. I think he raps a little bit better than we give him credit for, and I think he makes a good record that we don't give him credit for. But his true calling card is the culture. And for him to turn around and say, fuck the culture, that don't
Yeah,
sound crazy coming from him.
for sure. For sure.
Like 21, whose calling card is the culture, And he like, man, fuck the culture. Fuck that. That is like he went and committed the same suicide. Like, think about it, Trap. He went and committed the same suicide with his cultural calling card. That's like Drake, right? Drake's whole thing is the business. The business has been great to him, right? Spotify's been great to him. UMG has been great to him. Hell, iHeart has been great to him. And he said, fuck the thing that made me this. And then now 21, right, who is like, again, like I said, is an underrated record maker and an underrated rapper. He raps a little bit better than we give him credit for, and he makes a better record than we give him credit. But his true calling card is the streets, is the culture. And just a couple days ago, he said, fuck the culture. Thug's calling card was his ability to be solid. Like, Thug shit was like, look, I never break. I don't give a fuck what I look like. I never break. That was Thug's whole calling card. I'm on this timing and I will never break. I never break. And here's videos of him breaking. Here's videos where he's telling police officers, right? He's telling police officers, like, hey, call me if you need more information. You know, just don't let nobody know you got my number.
Yeah, that was crazy.
This is their calling card.
That was crazy.
And they like cut off exactly what makes them who they are. All of them.
I'm gonna say like this though. If this was New York, oh my God. Oh my God. Y'all be up in here talking about New York, then, and I'm saying, y'all, I like the way y'all singling this towards people and not just the whole circumference of everybody within the whole thing. All right, but we can move on from that though. I just thought about that just now. This went across my mind just now. That's kind of bugged out though. I mean, but go
I'm
ahead
just
though.
saying though, Trap, like 21's calling card is the streets, is the culture.
Yeah, he was.
And he was like,
21
man, fuck that.
Savage. 21 Savage,
Drake's
man.
calling card is the support of the business. He's like, man, fuck the business. What the fuck? And Thug's calling card was right is solidness. Oh man, he wear them dresses, but he a real, he gonna get down. He gonna stay solid. Oh, he do that, but he gonna stay. He called his homies babe, but he gonna stay solid. And
How
here's a
the fuck did
video.
he pull that shit off though, bitch?
And here's a video of him. Here's a video of him talking to a detective, looking unsolid.
He said Shorty was bad though. He said Shorty was bad. He did say Shorty was bad. He said he was trying to holler at the detective. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to get the detective his number to holler at him. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's neither here nor there though. Yeah. That's neither here nor
I'm
there.
just saying, bro, like, what the fuck happened in this battle to where all this crazy shit and they doing it to theyself? They're doing it. These niggas did it to theyself. I was about to kill a bunch of rappers, but they did it to themselves.
Your man said that, right? Your man said that? No, he didn't say that. Who said that line?
Rappers, but they did it to themselves.
Who said that line?
That's Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, Hove. That's Hove, nigga. That's Hove. That's Hove. Hove said that first. What you talking about? How about to kill a couple rappers? He did it to himself. What song was that? That was a Hove line. That was a Hove line.
It's not the line, Trap. I'm saying.
Whatever.
Look at
I'm just saying it's a Hove line. Yeah, I know. I get it.
Everybody's suicidal. They don't even need my help. Everybody's suicidal. They didn't even need my help. Wow. Everybody's suicidal. They didn't even need my help. Think about it, Trap. Am I being too? Because I really don't stand, and I'm not standing. But you don't think this is odd? No, I'm tripping. Or just say I'm tripping. Just be like, Table, am I tripping? Just be like, G, you tripping. Y'all know I don't stand.
Tripping about what? Tripping about what? Tripping about what? Tripping about what?
About what I'm saying.
Well, as far as he
like these niggas are all committing suicide.
He prophesized all this shit you trying to say?
I mean, or he willed it. Or he willed
this is what I tell you. This is when I tell you. Thank you. You come around full circle. He said it and it happened. You say negative, negative happened.
But I'm saying the suicide part of it.
It's full circle, bro. Right there. He said it and it happened. You say negative, it happens.
These niggas suicidal, they didn't even need my help. And they're all committing suicide. Like it wasn't like I said, Drake losing the battle was not the problem.
You gotta stop saying that. You gotta stop saying that though.
What?
You heard? That's on the list.
What's that?
That's on the list.
Oh, okay.
That word.
I'm saying
that's on the list.
The self-unaliving.
Yeah.
The self-unaliving. Look what I'm saying, Reed. I'm not saying who's good or bad.
No,
I'm not.
I read the comments real quick. Though. No. Hold on, real quick. No, I'm not struggling with keeping my eyes open. When I look down like this at times, I'm looking at the comments though. So I would no longer look at the comments. I think I'm falling asleep over here. I just want to let say that real quick.
Oh, I'm boring you, bro. I'm boring you.
No, that was great. It's on my. I'm struggling to keep my eyes open. If I look down at the shit, it might seem like my eyes are closing. And not one time was my eyes closing over there, yo. Y'all bugging. So I'm looking straight at the camera right now. So y'all won't do no shit like that, though. Go ahead.
All I'm saying is, it's not what he was able to do in the battle. It's what they're doing after the battle is over.
I'm telling you, I'm telling you what it is, though, bro. Your man put it out there, yo. So whatever he said like that, though, and he put the energy out there for the energy to become them. You know what I'm saying? 21 gave you 4 street cred. Slime made you feel like you was in the head. You know what I'm saying? Now it's just the energy that was put out there that became the whole circle, that became all of them. No, fuck the streets.
But he did it to himself. Like they did it to themselves.
Yeah,
Like
that's a
Drake
fact.
Drake could have just lost the battle and went back to business.
He could have.
Went right back
I
to
don't know
business.
why he didn't just do that. He
That's
did it.
what
He
I'm
did it with Pusha.
saying.
He did it with Pusha.
But this is what
He did
I'm
it with Pusha.
saying.
Yeah. I don't know why he didn't just do that. That was a bad beating though, bro. That was a bad beating though.
I'm saying the beating is fine, but I'm telling you, how do you take that moment and say, you know what, the right decision is to ruin the relationship with all of my partners in the business?
That's what I'm saying. That's how diabolical. That's how ill he was, bro. That's how ill he was. He cut a spider. If he was a spider, spider got many different webs that's going out there. He cut all them shits off, nigga.
But
No,
he
he
didn't
cut
cut
all
him
that shit
off.
off.
He
No,
didn't
no,
cut
no,
him
no, no, no.
off.
Just putting the bait out there though, bro. The energy out there was the energy he put out there, bro. It was hard for niggas from Atlanta to even go back and do a record with this nigga after he said what he said.
Mm.
Niggas from Atlanta couldn't go out there and just do a record with this nigga. The
Let me
nigga
get
put
to
it
the
out there.
super chat.
I'm cutting your water off, bro. Cutting your water off. I'm
Shout
gonna
out
close
to
this
Miss
record.
Hummus. Thank you for the $5. DJ Head told the story of when your mom died. Y'all were on tour, right? He said you had your brief grieving moment
Wow.
and went on with the show. True G.
Wow.
So
Wow.
this is crazy, right? So I'm actually on tour with Dot and Rockin' them when this happens. And
Wow.
shout out to Tony Lane. Tony Lane calls me in the morning and he's like, man, you heard from your mom. And I'm like, nah, I just woke up. He said, man, you need to get on the phone with the prison. I'm like, why? What's wrong? She hurt? He's like, gee, just figure out a way to call. So I hang up with him and I call over. Like I see all of these calls and it's calls from the prison and different people.
Close
I'm
that
like,
chat down.
what the fuck going on? Like, no, man, I hope she all right. And he calls me back and it's him and Steele. I say, man, Big O died, bro.
Wow.
And I remember not knowing how to feel. You know what I mean? I remember walking out. I remember telling Rock, like, man, my mom died. And I walked out and I walked into the courtyard where we was at off the bus. And I screamed at God a little bit. And then I finished the tour. And I came home and I was fine. It took me about a year. And I cried every day for about 52 days, probably a year and a half later. And the only person who was there for me at that time was the girl that comes in the room, Trap Jaleesa.
Yeah. Yeah.
She
Shout out
came
to
over
Lisa.
every day and checked on me while I cried. Every day. And
Shout out to
then
Lisa.
J Rock mom passed away, rest in peace. And I never told him I love him. You know, Rock is my nigga. You know, we really came up the hard way. You know, we had it hard together. But I remember just telling him how much I loved him. I DM'd him. You know, I called him, he didn't answer because he was real close to his mom too. And I remember just DMing him like, bro, I love you to death, homie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew how close he was. It's like right now, Dre Vicious. Dre Vicious is going through the same thing. And I'm like, man, bro, I love you. Like, but I remember that. So yeah, it was tough. Like we finished the tour and I came off the tour, went to the funeral. You know, my little brother, you know, who was way more emotional, he put together the service. You know what I mean? I gave him the money, some of the money, and he put together the service himself. And I know that was so hard for K because he is just an emotional wreck. And he put together a really nice service. And I remember being there, not crying, just fucked up, like looking even in the box, like, damn, that don't even look like my mom. Like, I remember having hope, like, she's gonna get out of jail and come back. You know what I'm saying? And it took a long time before it really registered that I was gonna never be able to talk to my mom again. So it was tough. And then I watched J Rock just go through the same thing recently. I'm watching Dre Vicious go through it right now. You know what I mean? And there's nothing nobody can tell you. So yeah, it was on tour. I was able to get through it because my mom instilled in me to work, to handle your business, deal with your emotions later, handle your business. And I did, but about maybe a year, 13 months later, man, I cried every day for like it had to be 50 some days. And Jaleesa, so that girl that come in ADHD trap was the only person there. Real story.
Right. Shout out to Lisa, man.
Oh yeah.
For real.
And my dog. Head was there too. Head kept driving over there and shit, trying to talk me up and cheer
Big
me up.
O. Rest in peace, Big O. I mean, rest in peace, Big O. Definitely though.
Shout out to Miss Peachy Peaches. My bad. I'm sorry. I know that shit be some bullshit. I don't want to burden y'all with nobody else shit, but yeah, that shit crazy. Shout out to Miss Peachy Peaches. Thank you for the $2. In that case, they should back. Oh, watch the party. Facts. They should be posting all of that on their stories. Watch the party die. That's true. That song, I was listening to that song the other day. It felt like a spell, bro. It felt like a spell. I was like, damn, that's tough, man. That's tough. Woo. And now to watch them all commit for 21 trap out of everybody to say fuck the streets.
God put that energy out there, man. He put the energy out there. They want, you know what I'm saying? The energy became them. That's what it is. I'm telling you. That's what it is, bro.
Jesus Christ, man. Woo.
Can't let that
listen to it today. I'm gonna listen to it later on today.
Mm-hmm.
That song getting better too. Like I'm man, that shit crazy. Shout out to Mr. Crickets. Thank you for the $10, homie. Brother Glasses, I appreciate you telling the truth, the whole truth, so help you God. That's all I got for y'all, dog. That's all I got for y'all, bro. I really don't have nothing but wisdom and some facts. Shout out to Andy, my hardest critic, which I love you for that, Andy. I don't even mind, man. Glasses, you have it backwards.
I do.
Thank you for the $5, Andy. Glasses, you have it backwards. The government has policies to oppress us to make crime necessary for survival. So we will go to prison, slavery. So Andy, is a little trickier than that, right? The government has policies to oppress us. That's true. But crime creates a way that we can survive. Now, does it mean we have a chance to go to prison? Sure. But it also gives us a chance to get ahead in a system that doesn't really give us the chance of that really denies us resources, that really denies us opportunities. So again, while I'm not promoting the streets, I'm also not condemning them because I don't know when people are going to need them. That's the difference with me. You get what I'm saying? I'm not one of those guys that you're going to hear talk shit about the streets. I'm also not finna say I love the streets or blah, blah, blah. The streets have a necessary need, and they are going to be very, very integral for some people to survive this place that we are in called America that doesn't do right by all of us, especially people that look like us. So I'll never condemn them. No, I'm not condemning them. I'm not with them. I'm not standing with that. I'm not fucking with that. I think if we have the opportunity, we should do better. But if we need the streets, goddamn it, use them. Use them. Before you starve and you let your kids starve, and you know how high this rent is, you know minimum wage is tough. You know you ain't gonna, man, do what you feel like you need. All I ask is accountability to go with it. That's all I ask. If you're gonna go out here in these streets and do your thing, be no different than my mom, be no different than Big O. Deal with the consequence. Don't throw this person under the bus. Deal with the consequence. Deal with the consequence. So I totally understand if you had your opportunity, this is what you would tell the people. But I refuse to be one of those judgmental Negroes because my life is different. Now I'm going to talk shit about something that made a way for me. I would never tell nobody to do minimum wage before I tell them to do crime. I would never tell somebody that. I'm gonna tell them, long as you okay with the consequence. I'm not gonna recommend the streets to nobody, but I'm also not trying to talk you out of them. You better know what come with them. I'm gonna be the person that's gonna tell you what come with them. Hey, you know they give you 4 years for that. Yeah, they 4 years in prison. Yeah, they got that time for you. Long as you know that, man, I don't got nothing to say. Be accountable. That's all I ask. If you dive out there, be willing to pay the consequence. Because in this life, you're gonna have to take some risks to get ahead. Everybody not okay with getting by. So again, I will never condemn the streets. All I ask you to do is be accountable for the decisions you make. That's part of being a black man in America and being a human being in general. Be accountable. That's it. Take your chance. If that's what you want to do, look up how much time come with that shit. They got some, you can Google now. It's in your phone. You can look. How much time do I get for flocking? How much time do I get for taking a kilo of cocaine across state lines? How much time do I get for, scamming money from a bank? Look at the work. Go look into what's happening. Make your decisions with information. And when it's time to be accountable, pay the fucking piper.
That's an OG tip right there. I had one of my OGs tell me that shit at a young age right there.
The piper, B. That's all I ask. Pay the piper. Pay the piper. Don't cry now. Don't throw this under the bus now. Pay the piper. Don't try to borrow no money now. Pay up. Shout out to Breezy. Thank you for the $5. Right and wrong are defined by the law alone, but by who is harmed, who benefits, and what history eventually reveals. Breezy, boy, you be preaching.
Cooking.
Gosh, you be cooking, boy. Exactly.
Sunday dinner.
Man, on a Monday. Shout out to K-Way. Thank you for the $5. Trap. I tried drop Viola for the first time. The lights out strain. Long story short, I locked myself in the bathroom and almost killed myself.
Yeah. I gotta come back on the camera for that one right there. Hold on. Yeah. Lights out is serious, K-Way. It's serious. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna go out the camera. Listen, man. Listen, Viola. That's what I'm saying. Choose your vibe. You heard?
Shout out to Andy. Thank you for the $5. Andy, it's wrong to sell drugs because it kills people in communities. Glasses, I am not being disrespectful, but you may be clinically a psychopath.
Wow.
Jesus
Christ. That's no disrespect, but a disrespect after that, though.
Yeah,
that was crazy right there.
So listen, Andy.
Yeah.
Life kills. Life kills. Life kills. Every day you breathe, you are getting closer to dying. Listen, I tell people all the time, Andy, I don't do drugs. That's what I promote. I don't do drugs. I actually make jokes about people that do drugs. But you know what, Andy? Niggas still gonna get high. Sociopath, forgive me, I'm sorry. A sociopath, like I don't care about people's life. No, Andy, if I had it my way, if I was the actual dictator of this land, you'd probably get the death penalty for selling drugs. I'd put you in prison, Andy, for doing drugs.
For doing it. You'll put the addict.
So it's not my decision, but I live in a world that how I believe cannot be applied, Andy, to everybody else.
So
I wouldn't even let weed be legal.
So for what you're saying right now,
alcohol be legal. There would be no escapes. There would be no escapes. There'd be no escapes from life. You'd have to be married to have sex or to be a crime. You don't even want to live in my world. So again, I'm saying, when you're saying, is it wrong to sell drugs? Is it wrong to sell alcohol? Is it wrong to sell cigarettes? Is it wrong to sell McDonald's? People want to do drugs, so some people sell drugs. Glasses, I had a spiritual awakening that made me feel responsible for people. If other people don't got that, that's on them. I cannot fight you on your vice. I can't fight you on that. I can shame you a little bit, but I can't fight you on your vice, Andy. So it's not that I don't care about people's life. I personally decided to stop selling drugs because I felt like a piece of shit selling them. I don't even regret being a Crip. I regret being a D-boy. I've said that multiple times on this platform. I've apologized to my big homie Kiki Loco on a podcast. You feel me? And said, hey, man, I was wrong for selling you drugs, bro. I loved you too much, and I didn't understand with my mind that it was wrong. I'm sorry. There's a podcast, go listen to it, where I apologize to somebody personally that I sold drugs to in person. Andy, so again, I get what you're saying, and I get it. Maybe at times people could think that I'm sociopathic. I wish I was. I ain't gonna lie. I wish I didn't give a fuck more. But my problem is, Andy, I give too much of a fuck. Like, I have way too many fucks to give. In a perfect world, I'd have this many fucks to give. My problem is I got this many fucks to give. I just have so many fucks to give, Andy. I just care too much. That's it. I'm telling you the truth. Shout out to Dave. Thank you for the $5, Dave. Once upon a time, a black person reading was a crime. Talk that shit, Dave. Talk that shit.
What is he talking right now, bro? So they're going back to this crime
Talk
thing
that
though
shit,
right now.
Dave.
They're going back to this crime thing right now.
Reading was a crime for us. Talk that shit,
was.
Dave. That's what I'm saying.
It was.
Criminality. A nigga reading was considered criminality, but y'all talking about crime. I'm not doing crime with y'all. We can talk about what's right or wrong, but you can't tell me what America tells us is right or wrong. We don't believe them. So shout out to Dave for making that point. And that's what I be telling Lex and Trap all the time. I'm not doing that crime shit. Fuck them. We know what's right or wrong. Shout out to Natasha. Thank you for the 50 check dollars. Glasses Trap chat. Did anyone watch the Anthony Joshua Jake Paul boxing match?
Oh yeah, you know we watched
Anthony
that. Come
Joshua
on,
broke
man.
Jake Paul's jaw. That
Yo, Glasses thought Jake Paul was gonna win though. I'm gonna let y'all know that right now. Like, he's not gonna tell you that though, but he thought Jake Paul might have won that fight.
You gonna tell that lie?
I'm a liar.
That's the lie you gonna tell. I told y'all the round he was gonna get knocked out of here.
What round you said? What round you said? What round you said?
Fifth.
Nah, all right. I'm not lying because I'm never a liar.
Don't listen to him. He's lying.
I am.
Don't listen to him, Table. He's lying. Don't listen to him. I never thought Jake was gonna win. I kept telling everybody they thought the fight was fixed. I'm telling the homies in the basketball group chat, I'm like, this fight ain't fixed. Anthony Joshua.
They saying that. A lot of people saying that though now. You know that, right? A lot of people saying that right now. They saying that like I'm not seeing something come across my feed though, saying that a lot of people are feeling like as if like them rounds that he was letting them like
none of them rounds was fixed. Nothing about that fight was fixed.
Now the way somebody was saying it though, they was like that. All right, yeah, he was running around the ring and shit like that though, but they felt like Anthony Joshua was so much of a professional that he should have been cutting the ring off on him though. He said it was a couple times when he went against the ropes.
If you watch boxing, you know that's always been a critique of his.
No, that's a fact though. But they said there was a couple of times when he went against the ropes that Anthony Joshua didn't get up on him
if people watch boxing, the more you watch boxing, you realize that's not true. If you're into boxing, that's a real fight. So he called Anthony Joshua on a 15-month layoff after Anthony Joshua got knocked out. Mind you, Anthony Joshua is a first ballot Hall of Famer. If he stopped boxing today, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Oh, for what? Oh, for what stats? Oh, for what numbers?
Well, he's a gold medalist.
Gold medalist. Okay, cool.
He's a two-time. He's a young heavyweight champion. He's a two-time unified heavyweight champion.
Unified,
his resume is a first ballot Hall of Famer. Yeah, he got like
he had
5
all
or
the
6
belts.
title defense. He's the
When
first
did he
battle Hall of
first?
Famer.
When did he first win all the belts against what's the name?
No, he
Against
won his
Overeem.
first belt. He's not an undisputed champion. He's never been that.
I
He's been
understood.
a
Okay, I thought it
unified
was
champion.
undisputed. Okay,
So he's
unified. What's
had more
unified?
than
Yeah.
one of the belts, major sanctioning
Okay.
body belts at a time. But he beat Vladimir Klitschko. He beat
Yeah, I know
a
you
couple
both
Hall of
touched.
Famers. But trust me, that fight was not fixed. And I kept
I don't
telling
think
everybody at
it's
the
fixed.
beginning, Anthony Joshua is a bigger pay-per-view star internationally than Jake Paul. So there was no way they could make the fight do anything else but what it was. But people didn't give credit to Jake Paul. He understands how to move a little bit better, right? But then you've seen the flaws, right? There were moments where he started to actually run. There were moments where he was trying to time up and he started to fall on the ground. He started losing his legs. So Jake Paul, his matchmaker was right. They picked the perfect kind of fight for him to take that huge gamble for that kind of money. He
It's your
was
brother.
right in some of his estimations, his guesstimations, but where he was wrong at was one, because he hasn't been in the ring professionally with enough boxers, he doesn't quite understand how mental fatigue works. The mental fatigue when somebody that's a more powerful and skilled fighter than you comes to pressure you. Coach used to do it to me all the time in my first 2-3 years. Like he would actually put this Coach is 6 foot. I'm 6'3", but Coach is so skilled. He's so fluid. Like he don't look like much because his hip, but man, when he's moving around, he's so fluid and fast and smart that he knows how to actually. He knows what he's doing, and it used to make me tired. Right? You start to panic and get tired, and because Jake Paul hadn't been in the ring with other really good boxers. Like he's been in boxing matches with people that don't box as well as he does. Right? He's been in the ring with guys who box about as well as him. Maybe Julio Cesar Chavez, who could have needed the money at the time. But also Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. had been out the ring for years and out of shape.
Senior. What are you talking about, senior?
No, he had been out the ring and out of shape. But he miscalculated exactly the mental fatigue of what it's like, right? Of somebody better than you, bigger than you, and stronger than you putting pressure on you, that just making you tired physically, right? 2, he made the mistake on believing, right? And I don't know if he was quite, but he thought if he hit him, because Anthony Joshua has had criticism at boxing levels that he has a glass jaw. Well, if you've watched Anthony Joshua fight for years, every time Anthony Joshua has been knocked down, he got up to fight. He usually wave it off. He's got up to fight every time. So the belief that this man didn't have a chin is probably a little disingenuous if you watch him. Even when he lost to Andy Ruiz, he got up and was on his feet and they waved him. And the third thing he didn't really understand, he understood Jake Paul punch hard, but what he doesn't know is somebody as fast as him, right? There were moments he knew he could see Anthony Joshua's punching because Anthony Joshua was reaching, he wasn't cutting the ring off. He also underrated how fast that big old motherfucker was. And that ultimately ended his boxing career. And I think that punched Jake Paul because that's
way worse. Doesn't he fight no more?
Yes, I mean he might try, but he'll never fight another. That type of injury is bad. Trap like that was
getting your jaw broke? Getting your jaw broke?
Yeah, but it's more than that. It's more than just a jaw broke. Like it does something else. Like that was really.
You don't want to get hit no more. You don't want to get hit no more like that. I get what you're saying.
He might get hit again, bro, and he might flash out.
No, but no. I hear what you're saying. Though you basically saying that within going through that brutal punishment that he went through right there, he don't want to never feel like that again though. So you're saying within him getting in the ring again with somebody of Anthony Joshua's status. So
I'm not even saying Anthony Joshua's status. Like he fights at cruiserweight and light heavyweight.
Say Tank. You think Tank could do that?
I mean, but here's the problem.
That's the question. Hold on. Could Tank did the same thing that Anthony Joshua did?
Possibly, but Tank is small, so it's a different power.
Could Tank have brutally hurt him within the same type of
Yeah. I mean, but remember, it's the difference of somebody 140 pounds punching you versus somebody 240 pounds punching you.
I thought about that. I said, Joe, the crazy shit was this though. He literally, the Tank fight was called off. He literally fought somebody 100 pounds heavier than Tank. So now
No,
Tank is 145.
Tank would have not did him worse. No. That was the worst thing
No,
in the world that could have happened to him.
I think Tank would
That
have
right
broke
there
him
was
up.
by
I think
far
Tank
the
would have broke
worst
him
thing in the
up.
world that could have happened to
I
him.
think Tank would have broke him up badder than that right there.
Nah,
Because Tank would have cut that ring
Tank ain't
off.
gonna break up
Tank would have cut
200.
that. Tank would have cut that ring off. All
Listen,
that
Tank
running he
ain't,
was doing.
he's not going
He
to
wouldn't have
move
ran.
like
He
that.
wouldn't have ran for Tank. He wouldn't have ran for Tank. You
No,
think?
no.
He would have
He's
tried to
going to
bully.
use his height advantage, his
He would have
reach
tried to
to
bully. He
stop.
would have tried to bully. He would have jabbed Tank and tried to bully Tank like that. You think?
Sure, he'd have kept Tank on the side, tie him up. It's different
If
tying up
Tank would have went
140 pound.
underneath that shit, and that shit would have been
Just
bad.
listen. Tank is 140 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
It's different. Like being 220 pounds, 140 pounds. No, Tank would not have done him worse. That was by far the worst thing that could have happened to him.
I think so.
Trust me. No.
The reason why I think so is because it would have been a different fight. It wouldn't have been all that running right there.
It's different. Tank don't punch as hard as Anthony Joshua in no planet.
Okay.
Like I get it. I know y'all watch Tank and y'all feel like it's the same. A 257-pound man punching you is different.
He hit him with the jab to the body and just came over.
It's different when somebody 220 pounds taking your punches. Different. You know what I mean? Like, it's different. Like, no, hell no.
You remember when Jake Paul knocked Nate Robinson out, though, B? That shit was heartbreaking, though. I ain't gonna hold you,
but that's Nate Robinson.
Yeah, but that shit was still heartbreaking, little bro. I ain't want Nate to go out like that, though. That shit was crazy.
Like, y'all to see Anthony Joshua hurt him on purpose. Shout out to K-Way for real. Thank you for the $10, K-Way. Bottom line, 21 Thug, Lil Baby music ain't hitting, and they having a tough time dealing with it. Nor are they taking accountability for selling their culture and likeness to a white Canadian woman. God damn, K-Way.
K-Way, keep it going, baby.
Jesus Christ. Shout out to Natasha. Thank you for the $50 check. Glasses, sorry I missed last Friday. I went through some mental health issues. I'm praying for you, Natasha.
Yes, definitely are. Definitely are.
I know how that can be tough. Eat something that's comforting and find something you love to do and do it. Yeah. I would recommend that. Eat something. Don't avoid comforting food, Natasha. Go get you some comfort food. I don't know what's comforting over there, but for us, it's chili cheese fries. So get you some comfort food, watch a movie that you really like, find something you love to do and do it. And then pray. Pray a lot. I promise you, like, that is a really good remedy for dealing with a ton of mental health issues. You know, I pray everything work out, Natasha. We're going to make sure we keep an eye on you. Shout out to Killmonger. Thank you for the $2. Gang said he let 2 T's stay at his house. I didn't like that. I did not like that. They stayed together for a few years. 2 T's had a house. Chuck is just some shit, man. Chuck always got some bullshit going on, dog. Chuck always got some shit going on. Let's make sure we send up a prayer for Natasha, too. Beast Boy Dre Beast, thank you for the $5. The After Street movement is being used to block out the idea of Thug being called a snitch. The picking and choosing since Thug is their friend. Possibly.
Who is that?
Possibly
Beast
Dre
Boy.
Beast.
Possibly. I like that one, Beast Boy. I like that one.
That's a thought.
I like that one.
K-Way, thank you for the $5. Much love. Saying F the streets with a name like 21 Savage and a forehead and an AK-47 tattoo is wild. Don't listen to these confused, insecure adult children, folks. He do got that sword right there, the Excalibur tatted on his face. That shit big as hell. Shout out to Andy. Thank you for the $5, Andy. I apologize for the sociopath comment. I don't know if it harmed people, but you have a strong lack of empathy and are extremely dismissive. Apology accepted. I didn't take it personal. I don't think I lack empathy, and I'm not dismissive. I think there are some ways you feel about things that I'm saying where you're not listening to what I'm saying. One, I've never in my life said, when you said to me, so again, let's just visit this real quick so we can get through this. When you said to me, Tory, beat up somebody. I said I never saw that. So I can't judge it on the imagination of what could happen. That's not the story. Now, I don't know because I didn't hear Meg say the story. I don't know the story. If he did beat on someone, I can talk about that. But again, right? I'm saying to you, Andy, I didn't know that. Two, I've never one time said Tory should not get any time. I said Tory should take a deal because it's obvious that they have enough evidence to convict, and 10 years is what they charge. I actually critiqued him for kind of like patronizing the state of California. Like I've said multiple times. I've never said R. Kelly, right, should not be in prison. I said R. Kelly doesn't deserve 35 years. I said he should be in prison for 13 years. So I get it that I'm not a part of, right, what everybody else is saying. I'm using my brain to process ideas. So I don't lack empathy, and I don't think I'm dismissive. I think I'm a realist. And sometimes it can come across not particular because I'm not joining the fray. I don't have my pitchfork hunting people down. Shout out to Dave G. Thank you for the $10. True indeed. The story of God and the devil is a representation of what's already in us. The war between our higher and lower selves. I'm non-religious, but I definitely understand that. That's deep. I'm going to think about that a little bit more. We'll talk about that Wednesday for sure. Shout out to Breezy. Thank you for the $2. Transform the negative energy into momentum like a power.
It's
like a power. You take negative and positive currents and you create power. That's how you start the motor and you drive the car. Don't underestimate a little negative energy. I know you don't like how it makes you feel, but allow it to ground you and truly summon the power that's available in it. You know what I mean? You could miss being the most powerful you could be if you just allow a little negative current to flow through you. It doesn't mean you have to materialize it into a negative effort. You know what I mean? You could actually materialize it into a powerful effort, at least in my opinion. I don't want to sound all preachy. Shout out to Miss Peachy Peaches. Thank you for the $5. I said, Watch the Party Die was a spell after putting the owl in a cage on Not Like Us video. Drake been lost past his loss. Even if it wasn't, Drake let it be mentally. You got to be right. It's some crazy shit happening. Shout out to Farjan. Thank you for the 50. Oh, the DKK dollars. I don't know what that is. F the Streets is an attempt to dispel Watch the Party Die. It made a lot of people look lame, but how do you undo lameness? Accountability is how you undo lameness.
You can't. No, you can't. You cannot undo lameness.
Yes,
once you tag lame in the game is follow the leader. That's it, B.
No.
You cannot take it over yourself, bro.
Yes, you can. You have to be accountable. If you own being a nerd, you can make being a nerd cool if you own it.
Once you tag lame in the game, that's it, bro. That's it.
No. None of this stuff is unforgivable.
No, because you can't come in and keep it going.
Shout out to Andy. Thank you for the $2. 21 Savage is trash. The most monotone ever.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Guru's the most monotone ever. We're not about to do that. Gotta go.
I don't know. They close. Shout out to Andy. Thank you for the $5. 21 Savage is not the culture. Is that a West Coast belief? I've never heard this take in my life, nor the streets and the culture are synonymous. Well, because hip hop, Andy, is street urban culture, he's a direct representative of Atlanta street urban culture and validated as such. So when I'm saying he's the culture, I'm not referencing him as, like people say, black culture. I mean, he's the token centerpiece of Atlanta street urban culture. So yes, he was considered the streets of Atlanta. And it's very odd that the person that's considered the centerpiece or the most sternest and figure of the streets of Atlanta of this generation is now saying fuck the streets of Atlanta. Shout out to Breezy. Thank you for the $5. Andy listens to respond and not to comprehend another's perspective. I mean, it's not that. She just kind of already feel like she know who I am. Being a Crip ain't never did me no favors, Breezy. It's just people gonna believe what they want to believe, and it's easy to take whatever I'm saying and then compile it with what everyone else is saying. At least in my mind, that's what I think, because I don't know how the fuck did she feel like I said
I never
that.
heard that about Tory though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never been on
And
Tory's
then
side
she
with
was saying to me that Diddy, I said Diddy wasn't a monster. I'm like, no, Diddy's not a monster. Like, I wouldn't consider him a monster. Like, I know some monsters, but again, it's all scaled. Like, I think Diddy's a spoiled kid who got his way entirely too much. And it can make you a monster, but I just don't think he's that kind of monster. But that's my belief. That's not to say he shouldn't be held accountable for anything he did wrong or any of that stuff. It's just crazy.
Diddy was intoxicated by power, man. That's all Diddy was, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot
And
of
way
power, a
too
lot,
much
lot of this
control.
power.
The fact that all of them women allowed themselves to deal with him, knowing that he was like that, kind of empowers him. Like, women make you feel really powerful.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Dave G. Thank you for the $5. Those bars are from King Kunta, Tail Trap. He ain't know.
What we say? What you say? Once you tag lame in the game, it's follow the leader. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
everybody want a piece of it, but you gotta keep it. That is Treats is watching Jay-Z. What are you talking about, bro?
Shout out to
hip hop
Gar.
historian. Chill out.
Shout out to Guard 20. Thank you for the $2. Dot was dissing Thug on Squabble Up third verse. I'm gonna bang that driving back. I got you.
I hear that. I listen to that.
Shout out to Andy. Thank you for the $5. It all makes sense now. Jason Martin retweeted Poetic Flacco. Our vocab is different by geography. My version is the same as Flacco's.
What? What you say? What? Andy, you going with Flock? What? What she just say? What the fuck she just said? Let me see me that.
Shout out to Beloved. What up, Bone? Thank you for the $5. Drake tried going back to business. Pop features, 100 gigs. It was all just flopping. Then the lawsuit hit and it was over. That's true, Bone. I may have slipped up. But you got to keep trying. You don't turn your back on the business. That is a good point, Bone. I got to reconsider that. Shout out to Mika. Thank you for the $20. Meek, much love. Ties. Amen. That part. Send that to God. Shout out to Breezy. Thank you for the $5. Andy, drug selling is driven by survival, economics, and limited options. It's not a mental illness. Misdiagnosis fuels mass incarceration. The fuck? Same thing I'm saying. I'm with you, Breezy. I'm trying to help her understand that it's different. Shout out to Tia. Tia, what up? Thank you for the $5. Great words today. Happy holiday to all. Christmas is Thursday?
Yeah.
Man, we're going to do Christmas Eve, too.
Oh, we do Christmas Eve and the next day after Christmas.
Natasha, thank you for the 50 check dollars. AJ is such a big, beautiful, gorgeous, powerful specimen. I want to cry. He is so perfect. He looks like a Greek god. Hey, Natasha, you something else. That motherfucker that motherfucker look crazy. He built crazy. He a problem. I've been watching his career too since probably his like 11th fight. So he is really something to watch. You know what I mean? But I don't know how the fuck Jake picked him. That was like, I get what he thought, but how did you think that?
He didn't care. He didn't care. That goes back to what Coach was saying up on here. These niggas that take $50 million to get their jaw broke two places.
I bet you would never take that $50 million again.
No, I wouldn't.
They're gonna change his life. Shout out to Miss
Hummus.
Thank you for the $5. Glasses, I told you the same thing recently. It's not your message, it's the delivery. Hard-headed ass Negro. Miss Hummus, that's the point. I would rather you run away from me. I am not compromising at all. I'm gonna stand in this righteousness, and if the light blinds you, you put on some glasses. I'm not moving out of the light, Miss Hummus, at all. The reflection is blinding. So what? Y'all on your own. Go over there to one of them dark pages. Go be with them people that you ain't got to put no glasses on. This shit gonna shine off of me. I have done enough compromising in my life. I'ma stand in the light. I don't care if it blinds. Shout out to K-Way. Thank you for the $5 donation for Andy and G to meet at the Snooty Fox to hash out their differences. I'm crying. Andy wouldn't be caught dead at the Snooty Fox.
Nah, I think Andy's at the Snooty Fox. Let's do Snooty Fox.
Andy for sure ain't going to no Snooty Fox.
One pillow,
if you
one
drove
pillow.
Andy past the Snooty Fox, she'd be like, "What the fuck is this?"
Andy, you tell him you ain't better than you ain't above the Snooty Fox. Andy, tell him, right? You ain't above the Snooty Fox, though.
Andy wouldn't be caught dead at the Snooty.
I've been to the Snooty. You be at the Snooty Fox.
I've been to the Snooty. The streets introduced me to the Snooty Fox. Shout out to the streets.
I made the Snooty.
Shout out to Breezy. Thank you for the $2. On a lighter note, I received my beach cruiser. Thank you so much, Breezy. And shout out to everybody who has been supporting the Crip Store, www.thecripstore.com. Go grab a vinyl. Start your vinyl collection off with Cancel These Nuts. My vinyl. Start your vinyl collection off that way. If you haven't started a vinyl collection, start it, because music is about to go through something. So you want to be a part of some classic ways to digest it, head over to www.thecripstore.com and digest and grab a copy of Cancel These Nuts. No Ceilings Live, the lunch hour, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, right here, noon Pacific Standard Time. If you're on East Coast, 3 p.m., thank you for eating your lunch with us. We do this stream to support the No Ceilings podcast. New podcast dropping tomorrow. Make sure y'all check it out. You can listen to the No Ceilings podcast on Apple Podcasts, iHeart Podcasts, or anywhere you get your podcast from. The No Ceilings podcast, executive produced by Charlemagne the God, the Black Effect Podcast Network, and iHeart, right? Our sponsors, mealsbymanny.com. If you want to lose weight, gain weight, or you just tired of cooking right now, head over to mealsbymanny.com. Let Manny do the cooking for you. MANNIE. You could bring your Meals by Manny meals to the lunch table. Mealsbymanny.com. And if you don't know how to season food, head over and get some Hood Fire seasoning. Stop just using the seasoning salt. Stop just using seasoning salt. Get you some mealsbymanny.com combination of seasoning over there with the Hood Fires brand, and you'll be in the game. We will see y'all Wednesday, Christmas Eve. We're going to have to make sure we give some
Let's go open the door.
Much love. We will see y'all Wednesday.